Everyone, Kaylee here to show you how to make a crown braid. I really think this is kind of the year of statement braids. I love them so much and I love crown braids more than ever. So I wanted to show you kind of a simplified way of how to make them. So first we're going to create 2 Dutch braids. You're going to split your hair in half in the back, and then on my left side I'm braiding upward, and then on my right side I'm going to braid downward. So I'm going to start out with the hard one first, which is going upward. So I'm taking a very small section from the bottom nape of my neck right there next to the part that I made, and then I'm going to braid underneath to create a Dutch braid. This way you have that nice 3D braid that kind of sits on top of your hair. And then I'm just going to incorporate hair as I go, going about at the level that my braid is. So as I'm going, I'm basically sweeping my finger along and picking up all the hair that's at the same level that my braid is and incorporating that into the braid. And you just want to make sure that you're keeping your fingers really close and holding it really tight as you're coming through here. That way you don't accidentally lose your place or have any trouble, doing this upward braid, because I think it really is the hardest part of this whole hairstyle. Now if you want to leave some hair out in the front, you can leave bangs out, or if you want, you can just leave some shorter layers out like I did. So you can see I'm kind of choosing right here what to leave out. So I'm just picking up the stuff that I don't want to leave out and I'm braiding that in with everything else. And that way I have a little bit of hair left down to kind of frame my face, because I just like having that there. I feel like it kind of looks like a hat when I don't have that there. It just looks like a braided hat somehow. So anyway, you're just going to go ahead and finish this off by braiding normally, and once you reach the end of it, go ahead and secure it with a small elastic. And then I'm just clipping it out of the way after I do this so that I can move on to the other side without it getting in my way, because of course that would be frustrating. So now you're going to start up next to your part and you get to do the easy side of it, which is to braid downward. If you want to leave any pieces of hair out, go ahead and choose those and leave them out now. And then you're going to go ahead and braid just as we did before, going underneath and braiding in hair as you go, as if it were a French braid. I do have a tutorial on Dutch braiding if you guys need a little bit more of something on that, because I know I'm not really going in depth on that right now. So once you've got all that hair incorporated, again you're going to go all the way down to the end of your hair and then secure it with an elastic band. Now we do the fun part, which is to pull the braids apart and make them look extra big. I like to start at the base and I really pull it apart on the end where it's normally braided, and then I'm very gentle on the Dutch braided section because you can accidentally pull this apart too much. Then I'm doing the same thing on the other side to pull it apart really big on the regular braid and then rather gently over the Dutch braided. And now all we have left to do is pin it in place. So I'm going to wrap that top one around first, and I'm going to wrap it around the outside of the original Dutch braid. And then you can see that I can just pick up the outside of the braid and tuck the end underneath. And then I just put a few bobby pins into there to hold it in place. And then that's done. I also put a couple of bobby pins up at the top over my head just to make sure that it didn't fall down into my face during the day, because that would be embarrassing. Then I'm going to pick up the other one and I'm going to take it on the inside of the other braid. On the side, I'm just kind of lining it up with the braid, and then once I reach the end of it, I'm tucking it underneath the braid in the front and pinning it underneath so that nobody can see the end of my braid. And I'm just using as many bobby pins as I need to make this feel secure, and pinning any flyaways down as well. And then all you have to do is add the finishing touches. Now what I did, because my hair is actually kind of long, was to curl it so it would look a little bit shorter and not as awkward around my face. You can do whatever you feel like really frames your face well and really makes you feel extra confident. Then I just kind of ran my fingers through it to break up the ringlets and pinned one little piece back just to kind of create the illusion of having bangs. And guess what, guys? That's it. So it's really a lot easier than it could be with like 4 or 5 different braids. It's only 2 braids, just 2 Dutch braids, and then pin the ends in place. And you can do that even if you only have little tiny ends left over. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you try it out, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye!